Good morning, Sia.
Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone who's literally joining us right now.
I'm so excited. I
Are
can't
you?
wait to start.
Can I just tell you right now? Like all my alarms, like I have like notifications I set up for this, right? And they're all going off right now. So I'm like, while I'm trying to talk to you, it's like bling, 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 bling.
Well, that means we're on time, which is good. Oh,
Yes, that's right.
hello, Charity. She's here. Thank you for being here.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm like going back and forth here. Sorry guys. Oh my
The
gosh.
gang is
Good
all
morning. Okay.
Sarah, Yolanda, Anne. Oh my God, woohoo to all of you.
Okay. So this is so
Stephen,
funny. Everyone's
Holly. Our friends are all here. We're so excited.
oh,
Thank you.
and in my magic mirror, I see Charity. Hi, Charity. I see Sincera. Hello, Sincera from Orlando, Florida. My birth town. Woo woo. Who let Orlando in? We did. We did. Yolanda, my new hometown in the Big D. So hi, good morning, Yolanda. We've got oh my gosh, and we've got Anne.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? Hey, while we're trying to we're saying hello to everyone. Can everyone like type in and let us know where you're coming in from? Please, please, please.
Please.
Because we know where Stephen Ang is. New York in the he's a who.
He's maybe like 40 miles from me right
Really?
now. Yeah.
40 miles to me in New York feels like, oh, he's in another state.
Yeah, I guess. Nah, no, but he used to be much closer, right?
Oh,
Stephen, you used to be more like 15, 20 miles from me. It was pretty close. Now he's about 40 miles from me.
well,
Hello,
he's a
Janet.
husband.
And did you catch Holly Price is here? I'm so excited he came.
Nope. Oh, Holly
Um,
Price.
and Janice
Hello.
is here. And hello, Anna Webb. And Monica. Oh, she's a dear friend of mine. Thank you for showing up. Melissa's here. Melissa is much closer to me. She's probably exactly like 3 miles from me.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like all these wonderful people that I'm sure they're like, we'd rather you not let us know how far away we live from each other, but we live in the state. I mean, but that's the thing about okay,
It's true.
us LinkedIners that have made friendships with each other, we forget that wait, we're an online profile. So my apologies, everyone out there. We are not going to show where you live, but you can say it's what town if you want to. So New Orleans is big enough.
And
So
I didn't say
Eden.
hello. I saw Eden was here from New Orleans. Thank you.
Oh, and I didn't realize you were Austin. Woo,
Oh,
woohoo!
hello from Austin.
Road
Ooh.
trip to Austin. If you've never done a road trip from Austin, like or Dallas to Austin, it is so much not fun. Like literally, there's like speed traps, and there's always construction. It's like a miracle to get down there.
I have
But
actually never been to Austin. I've been to Dallas quite a few times, but never Austin.
oh,
And Monica, I know, is in Maryland, and I know exactly where she lives, and I will not reveal it during the show.
oh, okay. I think everyone appreciates it that they don't live on 42nd, 51st Street and 42nd West. I'm still making this up, but it's really funny. I said that. Okay,
Well, this
guys. So
is great.
so I gotta say, man, Leslie, we've never met. We've known each other for
Exactly.
years now. So
Yes.
what was it about it when I said, dude, we were just like socializing amongst one another and we are just commenting about some of the posts that we were reading. And then I had mentioned, are you familiar with the Reddit, LinkedIn Lunatics subreddit? And you said no. And then we started going down that rabbit hole. So when I initially, just we bantered about it. What made you say, Sia, we just need to do this. Let's just do a show. What made you spark your eye?
You are the spark because it really started when we first met, when you're just like, we should get on a Zoom. I'm like, I don't know who this person C is, but sure. And I remember you telling me, and you were really thinking, I could see the thinking going on, you need to be on video. And I'm like, oh, no, thank you. And so every time you've told me to do something or suggest something, it's always been great So when you said this subreddit group and I started reading it, I'm like, all right, if she thinks it's good, I'm going to go for it. So I didn't put much thought into other than I just say yes to whatever you ask.
I seem to have that effect on people. I swear to God, I'm not pushy. I liken myself more to there's like a little devil on your shoulder. There's an angel, and then there's the devil, or the playful one is what I like to call it. Yeah, I'm just there to inspire you. That's all.
Yes.
That's all.
Well, and you always have great ideas. And it was a chance to spend time with you. So it was
Aw.
yes, yes, yes.
Aw, aw, I know because life happens sometimes. Sometimes isn't it sad? This is the only way that we can actually like stay in contact
Yeah. I
with our
love it.
lives. Okay, well, so one of those reasons for me, the reason why I was totally into LinkedIn Lunatics, and everyone, this is our first episode, doesn't necessarily mean that it's always only just going to be us two. There's going to be times we're going to rotate around, I believe, because I think I think it matters to share opinions because I think
Yes.
with the topics we're going to be talking about today, or the highlights of our LinkedIn lunaticness of it all, I think people are going to want to chime in their opinion. And I
Definitely.
couldn't think of a better person other than you, the conflict strategist, to really add the EQ because I'm easily one to be like Judgy McJudgerson and be like, rah! And I feel like you'd balance it out. That's why I also felt like, oh
Oh,
my God, I love you. You're amazing at what you do. And I think you really do help make what could be potentially. I mean, you guys, this is going to be good, bad, ugly. Okay.
yes.
So we're not always going to be defending our LinkedIn lunatics, if you will, but sometimes we might offer constructive, love and or might defend him vehemently. Who knows what the mix is?
Absolutely.
So, everyone, are
I'm
you guys all
excited.
ready to hear and see what this is all about?
Yes.
Leslie?
I,
Okay, everyone, if you are
I'm
ready to
ready.
go, could you kindly give us like a big the green round of applause emoji on LinkedIn? Just give us that so I can see them flying by right now. Make sure that you were like, okay, shut up, Sia. You guys are talking too much. Let's get the show on the road. Give us some green applauses, please. And I'll even kick it off. Green applauses look like that. So just click it a few times. That would be great for me to see. And wait. Um,
And I know you have some music or a sound.
oh, well, that it said trivia countdown, but I forgot I changed it. So we're just gonna do the dream sequence. Oh, look at all the green applauses! Yay! Yay! Okay, so
We're ready.
let's go for the first one, my friend.
Yes, please. This is a goodie.
Okay, very first one. Now I know this is hard for you guys to read. Don't worry about it. I will read it for you.
Good.
If I don't wear my Rolex, my Ralph Lauren t-shirt, my Gucci shoes, my Gucci socks to the gym, then I just don't feel like doing sports. Take a look. Daily training in a gym is not only fitness, it's also a statement. You don't go to the gym just to sweat. You show who you are. Your outfit, your accessories, even the bag you show up with. And yes, mine is also from Gucci. It all says more than words could. In addition, good demeanor is a form of respect towards yourself and the people you meet. Just like in business, you show that you take your environment, your job, and your mission seriously through high quality clothing and a well groomed appearance. And best of all, it motivates more than any personal trainer could. When you know that you're not only doing your best in training, but you're also looking great doing it, everything is better. The result? You stay fit, live, live your status, and on top of that, you can make high quality contacts in your premium gym. What more could you want in life? Therefore, dare to show who you are in the gym as well. What outfit and accessories do you wear in the gym, Leslie?
Okay. First of all, I need to cut through his labels. Like that's usually what I try, when the fluff is there a deeper message? I mean, if the designer labels were eliminated, would I still want to hear this message? I I just think personally, I'm not ever going to wear a Rolex or any kind of watch like that while I'm working out. And he really, I know it was his hook, but he really unhooked me. So it was
Oh,
really hard to find the message in there, and it was a little bit too, too much of a lot of turns to get to some quote business message.
so I think this is a lot of things are going on here. At least in my brain, I feel like a lot of things are going on. One major thing that I think is going on is this about him wanting to promote himself and the fact that he
Yeah,
owns Gucci product or allegedly can afford said Gucci product? Is this a humble brag of I go to the gym? Is this a flaunt of you know I I project status over all? My value
sure.
system is in the status of things. Um, and then there's also the like maybe it's a freaking you and I talked about this. What if this was a joke?
Yeah,
What if this was
yeah.
satire written on it like 100% like I'm doing it to get bait click as Sincera is saying. And I'm seeing everyone's comments flying by. I'm gonna catch up
Yes.
here. So all right, Leslie, what where's your brand and brain for him?
I I don't know if there was that much thought put into it. So I don't think there was something much deeper. I think he thought, like, he looks good and I want to talk about what I'm wearing. And somehow he was trying to connect it to LinkedIn because clearly this maybe didn't belong on LinkedIn. And that's what he kind of got the feedback on the subreddit group from that, like, what is this, why are you wearing this to the gym? And I think Melissa wrote it, like, you want to look good, you want to feel good when you work out or go to the gym, but Gucci, and the Rolex watch, I don't even have a watch on. There's clocks usually all over the gym. So I'm not sure what he was kind of accomplishing, but way too much, like, in this one post. It didn't have to be all that, and plus, I think he had a photo, and he wanted to, like, share the photo, and then the text came later.
So that was one thing that yeah, I removed him obviously because we again we want to be respectful to everyone that we highlight on here, whether they intentionally or unintentionally. I consider it more like lessons that we can all learn from one another, right? So I don't want to shame the guy, but I'm not gonna
Mm,
lie to you. I don't think I would call him a friend. I don't think I could make a friend with him because I think he wouldn't want to be friends with me. He want to be friends with himself.
yes, exactly, and that's really what it was. It was one of those photos where he's holding the phone up, in front of the mirror. He's trying to get that perfect shot. This was one of the people he was highlighted multiple times on LinkedIn
Yes.
Lunatics, so it really did catch the attention, let's put it that way, of many of those subredditors.
I mean, so again, is this guy doing it to be a again, like Melissa said, I felt like, oh my god, is he a joke, like a satire? Because like, so Jeff, shout out Jeff Walliner, he does satire. He's a comedian,
Mhm.
and if you
Huh?
don't read his posts carefully, I could see where some individuals would be like, oh my god, this guy's like a jerk or whatever. It's like. No, no,
Yes.
no, no. If you're actually reading it and paying attention, like, let's read at like a seventh grade level here, peoples. You know, you'll get it. Um, by the way, yes, Stephen, that was broetry. I would like to share that. Yes, it was. I didn't even know that was a
Great.
word. That's hilarious.
I love that. Great comment. Oh, Kimberly's here. Accessories in the gym. It is funny. And I guess if he did want to, if it was satire, then maybe that's the point for all of us. Figure out a way to make that part clear, whether it is through an emoji or
Hmm.
your last PS or something, because otherwise we tend to read posts from a serious angle. I
Yeah.
like the humor. We all insert it, whether it's in the comments or whether it's in a post. And because we're not together and I can't see your face, you have to find some way to send that smile to me or the laugh or the giggle. So that's why I'm not sure if it was satire, but I think that's the lesson for all of us. Like, figure out a way to let people know.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, what could we do? Okay, so if we were to decide this guy is our friend and he wants to be friends with us, how would you approach it? Like, because we are all active posters. How would you approach a friend to say, "Hey, dude, we need to talk about that post you made"? How would you address that?
I might not say it like that, because no,
Dude,
and
what the hell? Yeah, kidding.
we we really need to talk. That's probably the worst thing, like, whether we say it in the workplace or anywhere, people are just like, "Oh my god, what is it about?" It sounds like something bad is coming. So I would just be like, "Hey, what was behind the post? What led you to post that?" And just in that very neutral kind of question, so that hear that and then be like, "Oh, wow, when I read it, I didn't see it like that." So, if you had put and in the case of satire, hey, if you had put like a little laughing emoji at one point, I would have realized that. I thought you were totally serious, and I was trying to figure out if Gucci was paying you, to do the post. So, that's where I would get it from a conversation, but ask that like kind of what questions so that it leaves room for him to feel comfortable saying whatever was on his mind.
Okay, so what if they were like, "No, that was 100% intentional. That's exactly what I meant, and that is exactly what I want to convey." How would you approach that then?
I'd still go back to like the rules we have to remember when it's written, we all hear it in our own voices. So maybe, he needs to consider that there's a lot of different ways people are seeing it. It was probably evident in the comments on his direct post, as well as why he was picked to be in LinkedIn Lunatics, that
Yeah.
we, many of us read it differently because of the way he presented it. And we have to
Huh.
say stuff out loud. When I write a post, I will read it out loud to myself and go, "Oh, wait, that doesn't sound what was in my head." Like, make sure what we're writing down sounds like it, and then be aware that there's someone else who's going to read it. And are you okay if they read it from a different angle? That could be okay. But if you want everyone to interpret it the way you're intending, you have to figure out how to insert that.
That's such a great point you make. Uh, because there have been times when I've written things many times professionally. I'll write an email and I'm like, people are just like not understanding, like, that it was a joke or whatever. So, or that wasn't with my intent. That wasn't my intention. That's always a very common statement, right? Side note, guys that are having internet consistent issues over here, go to
Oh,
YouTube. Go to YouTube, you guys, if you guys are having challenges. So Jazz and Steven, Eden, if you guys can, like, or refresh. Sometimes LinkedIn is funky like that. But if you guys are getting issues in like I don't see, so I'm not quite sure, you guys. I'm seeing
and it
background.
could be, mobile versus desktop. Lately,
Oh,
I think mobile has had more of those glitches again because I think there've been a lot of updates, uh,
yeah.
with the
Oh,
algorithm, so it causes some of that. So, yes.
well, I will say good news is the fact that Raquel is multitasking. I know she's at an event. She's going to be at a chili cook-off. So she's going to be with Chef Lena. So anyone hey, I'm on the board, full disclosure. So I'm just going to pimp them out. So Lena's foundation is, if you guys know Lena Lay or Trang Lay, she won Chopped for the Fogwa, I think it was. And
Yes.
so she is down in Houston and she started a nonprofit feeding those in need in down in Houston area. So it's an amazing cause. And I guess because of their cause, they got invited to be judges for a chili cook-off. How fun is that?
I
I
love
know.
it. I
So
love it.
Raquel,
And
the reason why I said it was Raquel is texting from her phone. It's finally showing up.
okay, cool. And then I also know Mary Baker is here. Hi, Mary. And she's on YouTube and everything
Okay.
is good there. So, and
Excellent.
her
Excellent.
comments
Okay.
were all
Awesome.
coming through. So, yeah,
Awesome. Hi,
maybe we
Mary.
should get to the next one. I want to
We
make sure we
should.
get them
We
all
should. We
in.
should. So let us move on to the next. And next one is drum roll, please. Oh, wait, that's me. Oh, wait. Where's my
Well, either
drum?
one.
That's me.
There it is. And this
What are we
one's
gonna do?
easier
What
for
are we
everyone
gonna
to
do?
read.
Okay, this is my personal favorite guy here. Want to read that one off?
I'll read it all. So it's a LinkedIn guy ordering coffee, and the barista says, "Can I have your name?" The LinkedIn guy, "It's John." Barista, "Thank you." Or it started, "Thank you." LinkedIn guy, MBA, CFA. Barista's like, "Okay." Wait, fractional CFO, SaaS rock star. Barrister's like, John is fine. Wait, just one more. LinkedIn top voice. I,
Oh my gosh. That okay, wait, hold on. Oh wait, that's okay. You know what we should have done? We should have played this like a play. Like I could have been barista and you could have been John.
ooh, oh, we'll remember that for next time.
We'll do it for the next time. Yeah. Hey, this is show number one, kids. We're working out our not kinks. That sounds wrong.
We're working out the adjustments.
Yeah, I like kinks. Screw it. I don't care where your brain goes, people. We are working out the kinks in the armor. Chinks, chink, chink. No, I can't say chink. Oh my gosh, clink. No. What are the words? And by the way, full disclosure, I am quarter Chinese, so me saying chink was not what meant to be. Don't cancel us, peoples. All right. So, okay, let us talk about this LinkedIn guy. What is the deal? And I'm all about applauding your hard work. If you're a doctorate of anything, um, I respect it. Monica's like, I
Yes.
cannot with the acronyms. Girl, I hear you on that. But at the same time, if you worked 12, 20 plus freaking years, like, I don't know, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is the one where, like, I have a strat. One of my strats on my blog is PDUA. It means please don't use acronyms. If you so that's part of it. Like I get it. Like you've earned these credentials, but if you're the only one who knows what they are, just listing a whole bunch of them, it's not even highlighting. I'm not remembering them all. And you know it. Like people have it in their headline. Many people have it in their names where it just goes on and on. And find a way to get it in your about section, get it in your experience. We want to know all those credentials, but I'm not going to remember them. I want to remember your name and just something about you, but not this long list or it's forgotten,
Yeah.
right?
No, 100%. 100%. So, um, there are folks, and I understand there is a reasoning behind they want the acronyms after. Like, there's one friend, and I'll say it. I happen to be in the cybersecurity industry, and there aren't a lot of women in leadership in the cybersecurity space. So
Sure.
having like the CISO title, having a CISSP accreditation as a female, I could see where it's like it's to differentiate to say I'm qualified. I can do this job. I can do XYZ. So I am torn on that because I get it here. LinkedIn guy at the Starbucks or at any coffee shop. That's too much. I also believe if your whole identity is, oh, I'm Sia and I am a blah 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 blah. I think that might be going too far. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but it's also just less is more. We all know, like everyone's attention span is shorter. So if you're going to list all these things, I'm not even going to remember them. Only one is going to stick in my mind. So maybe get me to remember the one you want me to remember and add the rest in somewhere else. Like find, less is more for your name and your title, get it in there. I'm going to read it. I want to know more, but don't put it all, a
Maybe
long
it's
list
like,
of 10.
so Holly's has a great point. Maybe as part of your like LinkedIn title, you say
Well educated.
documented, well-educated person. You could look down below, like if you want to see what it means. I mean, like I can see that where it's like you could say super hella educated, or
Yes.
like if you had that in your title, and I was a recruiter, I'd be like, okay, are they being snarky or not? But it would grab my attention, and I would look.
Yep.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? And I feel like that's where there's only. I hate to say it, guys. If you're a PhD, MD, blah 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 blah, to me it'd be like meh. Like it's you know what it is? It is almost like us kids when we first graduated college. We wrote down 3.4 GPA, or in my case, 2.4 GPA, maybe. Right? Like no one
Yes,
cares
yes.
about your GPA, people. Like okay, you went to school, congratulations. Like proud, and I'm gonna make fun of Raquel even though she's supporting us. Proud Aggie. No, I get it. Aggie, she's proud of it, and that's part
Yes.
of her identity, right?
But that she's putting one, and I'm going to then, if I don't know what it means, I'm gonna look it up. Oh, what's a proud Aggie? Now, I've not only like, there was one thing there that she focused on, and now I know what it is. I looked it up, and I'm always gonna remember, like, "Oh, wow, are there other proud Aggies out there?" But I'm gonna
Yeah.
remember Rocky is a proud Aggie.
Hardcore. Like you don't mess with her and her agginess of it all. Like,
Yeah,
so and the look on her face of like sheer disappointment, Leslie, when I'm like, because I'm Californian. We don't have like college teams that we care about from a sports perspective. We just don't have that pride as much, right? So I remember telling her my very first game was University of Oklahoma versus A&M, and it was up in Oklahoma. So obviously, and I know nothing about the teams. All I said was, "Man, oh, at A&M?" I go, "Oh, dude, you guys have an amazing band. Like, your band is amazing." She's like, "Of course, world class." And I'm like, "That's all I know about your school is that you got a band."
I
So,
love that. I
yeah, the
love
look
that.
of sadness. I want to do a shout out there from a social media perspective, if I may. The
Yeah.
Aggies A&M physics department has a really good YouTube channel, and they do experiments and they record. So a lot of their professors like will just like highlight some of their own little tidbits. And I just want to
Oh,
give a shout out
cool.
to because that's as a person that's a big fan of STEM. Though I sucked at it in school, it was really encouraging to be like, "Ooh, I want to learn more." So shout out
I
there.
love that. Oh, I'm gonna go check it out after this.
Yes,
There's so
yes.
many good comments that we may, and new additional people showed up. Lorraine is here. Great insights on personal and professional branding. I think that's, if someone asks us, like, why are you doing this show? In the end, we're using things that could have some humor, some maybe we'd cringe at, but in the end, we're really still talking about, like, so what can we all do better on LinkedIn, and to hear other people's perspectives, because how you read it or how I read it is probably different, and how each of the people in the audience are reading it. And we have to keep those in mind, not that we can control how people are going to read it, but to be aware. So if
Mhm.
you post something and you really don't want that kind of response, then you know what, I got to switch it up. Maybe I have to call someone and read my post beforehand to say, "Hey, how are you hearing this when I say it out loud?" So it's just, keep it in mind, because I think people get shocked in the comments, like, "I don't understand why I'm getting these odd questions," or "People don't understand what I said."
Yes.
Well, you know what you were thinking in your head, but it doesn't always get onto the screen.
100. Or if you're like me, like where my attention span literally jumps between 15 different things, uh, what was going on in the brain like wasn't exactly what was said because your brain moves faster than your mouth or your typing skills. So speaking of which, where your message and intent don't match up, shall we move on to our last one for
Oh,
today?
oh,
All
please.
right.
Yes.
And by the way, Dr. Kim, I get why you have it on the side of yours because
Oh,
I know in the nursing space, you have to differentiate. I get it. I get it. Don't get me
I
wrong.
do too.
I absolutely get it. And we don't want to malign you, beautiful. We're not saying anything of that. But there are some individuals that like on LinkedIn, it's appropriate because I get it. It is professionals. But yeah, barista, yeah, we don't need to know. Yeah. I mean, but the right
Exactly. Context matters. This isn't
context
a
matters.
coffee shop. Your name
But
is John. You
but the LinkedIn top voice does crack me up. Can I just say,
yes.
I know you were a LinkedIn top voice. A lot of you guys commenting were LinkedIn top voices. I was never privy or fortunate to be offered the top voice. But I will say this. It got to the point where I love that it was a top voice some of those people that got it initially were innovators, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yes.
And then I started seeing top voicers of people who just knew how to play the algo. And
Yes.
that's why I think it diminished the value to me. And I'm not diminishing any of you beautifuls because I know all of you guys are pretty legit in your
No,
own right.
but
I
that's
just
what
felt
destroyed it.
right? Okay.
Absolutely. It was, and that's why the LinkedIn Blue Top Voice, which we have a couple of, I think at least one, I know Melissa's here, people who have the Blue Top Voice is very different. And
Mm.
that's where the the top community voice really got gamified, diminished what it was intended to be. And that's why it doesn't exist anymore. And that's okay. We move on.
I mean, I think the intention idea was good, but I think
Yes,
again, where there's a will, there's a way to gamify, and we will.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Of which I'm lazy, so I did not gamify myself. I did not play the game. All right. So speaking of playing the game and not okay, this is for this next one, guys. Um, this is okay. Let's just do it. All right. Do you want to read it, Leslie? Go for it.
Oh, and now I can barely see it, so let me
Oh,
go
did
to my
oh no, I
computer.
got it. I got it. I'll read it if you get.
Do you have it? Because I can't see it right now.
No worries. No worries. Okay, guys, here we go. I'm gonna move my mic a little bit back 'cause I have to lean forward a little bit to read this. Oh wait, I have glasses. I forgot I have glasses. I don't have to do.
Well,
Oh,
good job.
oh,
Yeah.
oh no, but I have to read like this
Oh.
because of my bifocals. Let's not do that. Okay, ready. As wildfire, sorry, me. As wildfires continue to devastate parts of California, my thoughts are with all those affected by this tragic crisis. It's a reminder of how deeply interconnected we all are, and I sincerely hope for swift recovery for those impacted. Amidst these challenging times, I'm also reaching out to you to share that our team is actively exploring hiring by blah, 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 a director of payroll. Let's continue to support with each other through these difficult times and thank you in advance for your interest or leads you might be able to offer. I'm partial to this great team and company and other people whose houses have been burnt down.
Oh,
Okay.
so I mean, the cringe factor is very high because she's like tying two things together that don't necessarily need to, or maybe shouldn't be tied together. So I think now maybe in her mind they were really interwoven, but she didn't get that thought down. She clearly was trying to draw attention with the first topic. So there are times where I have to tell you the overwhelming comment on subreddit, and this one was brought up a few times, was this should have been two posts.
Yes.
If she wanted to tie it together, she didn't do it well, and she turned everyone off where you don't even want to finish reading it or even comment. It didn't make sense. Like, why? So sometimes when we have two individual topics or even three, do three posts. Don't shove it all in one because no one's going to read it anyway.
Uh, okay, so yes. I Okay, so I am not diagnosable. I mean, I am not one to diagnose. I don't have a background in that. But this to me, when people keep tying the the plight of someone else for their own personal benefit reeks a little bit of like self-servingness. It reeks of a little bit of narcissism, okay? And I know that's not a proper term. I know it's a blanket term. I know it's not, and I'm not authorized under any circumstances, but it is the, oh man, things are going wrong for people. Okay, I know that's what I'm supposed to say. And by the way, I'm hiring. That's the
Yes.
way I read this. And that's why I
Yep.
feel a touch of inauthenticity, a little self-servingness, a little
Yep.
touch of me. And oh, yeah, Eden, like one thing is not
Yes.
like the other, right? It, but we see too much of that on LinkedIn. And someone said it was virtue signaling. So, how would you suggest that we would maybe, other than two separate posts, how would you suggest? And even if it's two separate posts, let's talk about that. Could it just simply that first paragraph leave it be?
Yes. I don't even see how to do it with the content that's provided, how to keep them connected, keep them separate, for sure. And I think that happens a lot. I mean, a lot of times if you're scrolling through, I scroll on by when it's disjointed. It's
Yeah.
not really connected. And that's one of the things that particularly gets people onto LinkedIn lunatics as a highlight in the comments. Their posts are highlighted when the it's just how in the world did you connect these two topics in your head? And I think this is another say it out loud moment, or call a friend, phone a friend, read
Yes.
it, and then you'll hear it from someone else's perspective, because I think all those little thoughts in our head that tie it all together, they often don't get typed and written down. So we don't know how all those neurons were connecting in her head, or maybe weren't. She was really trying to use a tragic thing that she thought would draw attention, and then, oh, by the way, I'm
I
hiring.
mean, I think it is the intention. I think in their heart, they were probably saying, look, there's going to be people in need. And you know what? Speaking of people in need, someone probably looking for a job. If you're looking for a job, I'm here to help you. Right. So I feel like, again, it's
It's
what's that called? Directed. Miss,
misaligned, maybe.
yeah, it's the intention might have been pure. The delivery was not right. Right. Again,
And
it's that
even
heart
the
decision.
timing, I remember when this was posted. You know what? At the time, if I was one of the people suffering there, I would have been like, okay, a job at the moment is the last thing I'm thinking about. I'm figuring
Yeah.
out where to go tomorrow, where to put my head, where am I going to be able to sleep, where am I getting food, where's all my stuff? I have nothing left. So I'd be like, a job? I didn't know I lost my job. That might have been, so I don't think she was, I don't know who she thought she was talking to, but it wasn't really the people who were suffering.
100%. Okay, so you know what, Dr. Kim, you just gave me an idea or inspiration. Man, I'm learning to speak English today. Les. I'm struggle busting today. um, People are suffering, and by the way, I'm hiring. It is when you read your post, if you can summarize it into one sentence, or even have ChatGPT do it, or if that is your synopsis, then you probably know that's not the right post. I
Yeah.
think if we distilled your post into one sentence, and if that's the takeaway, maybe you evaluate. Maybe she did think this is a good idea. Maybe she thinks in her
But
perspective. I'm sorry, they, male,
right.
female, dog, cat, fish wrote that. Okay, it
Maybe
was a
that's
female.
where, like, a PS, like, hey, by the way, when you're ready, I am hiring and I'll still be here when you need me. Um, Maybe that could have helped. Again, you have to hear it from how the readers are hearing it, not how you're hearing it. And that there's multiple perspectives of how people are going to read this. And you can't figure them all out. You just have to be aware that, oh, the way I read it is not the way other people are going to read it. And I just need to sometimes add some thoughts, or take out, or ask a question like, hey, what do you think?
Yeah.
And I don't mean about that topic, what do you think? But which are you going to get? So am I supposed to respond to how people are suffering, or am I supposed to go, oh, yes, please recruit me?
Oh my gosh, you just reminded me of. Do you thumbs up emoji it? Do you heart it? Do you support it? Like, do you ha that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so if you're thumbing up, is it thumbs up? Oh, yay for the fire! Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that you're so right. And by the way, Monica, nice to meet you. Yeah, people often like
See it
try to do a
writing a
hook.
hook. Oh, but when the hook is so off, just like the first guy, that it was all about the Gucci and the Rolex, obviously trying to hook people in, or hook in Rolex and Gucci to notice his post. Um, and if the hook is so disconnected, then you're unhooking me, because I'm going to
Yeah.
read the next paragraph and be like, okay, you hooked me in and now you're on a totally different topic.
Yes. 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 I'm loving all the comments here, you guys. Um, like Raquel
Oh,
cringe.
I love Holly Price. He said, I hate Apple autocorrect. I turned mine off and now I'm missing Apple autocorrect.
Yeah. So, okay, guys. So, when in doubt, and you're trying to stretch something, okay, in general, I think the rule of thumb, and you tell me, and then let's gnaw on this right here, Leslie, is when in doubt and you're trying to connect two things, like two situations, like something devastating with your self intention of whatever goal, if they don't align, my suggestion is, guys, do we
Separate.
thumbs like let's go with applause? Do you go ahead and post it, or do you a haha and say hell no? So, guys, I would love to see reaction on this. Give us an applause if you're like, yeah, post
I'm in
away.
the
The,
hell no
and then the
category.
haha. Let's give us a haha. Like let's go with a
And we've got even other people have been chiming in, like Charles Phillips is here. Thank you.
hey,
Robert
Crystal.
Berry is here. So good to see you.
Oh my gosh, am I that far behind on comments? Oh my god, guys, I'm trying to keep up. Sorry. Hey,
The
Crystal.
hook makes things happen. Love it. The hook matters. And Robert Berry knows how to write a great hook.
Yeah, he does.
But if you're going to hook me in, make sure you're hooking me in for that. However you hooked me, it needs to continue and now go deeper with whatever that hook was. But if it's disjointed, I'll be like, oh wait, you just hooked me in and now you're not delivering.
Switch and bait and switch.
Yes.
Yes, it's a
Yes.
bait
I
and switch.
couldn't think of those words.
Charles, real quick. Hi, good to see you. Closed captioning. I believe YouTube has closed captioning. I thought LinkedIn we should have it. It may not be for live streams, but I do know
Yes.
YouTube typically will do it. So check that
And
out. If you don't see it, let me know because I will check the settings in YouTube and I will make sure that I'll make sure auto captioning. Man, Leslie, I'm struggling. Auto
no,
captioning.
but the closed captioning LinkedIn, you're right. It comes through the recording. They don't do
Oh,
it live.
so go to
But
YouTube then.
YouTube has closed captioning live, which is great. I love that autocorrect doesn't speak Southern.
Wait. Okay,
Great
who's
comment.
LinkedIn? Do you know who this LinkedIn user is? I didn't. Let me double check on here. I'm so behind.
I'm behind and I lost wherever that comment is. Oh, now I can scroll up. As you
Oh, there
can
are
see, most
some.
people don't know, like we're on Restream and I don't know Restream. I'm one of those, I get caught in my bubble of like, I use StreamYard, so I don't know where all the controls are.
Oh no, hey girl. Okay, so we've got some.
And
Okay,
look, it's like, look at 11:42. I don't know how this time flew by.
I know, I
It
know. And we
did.
said that we didn't want to go more than 40 minutes. I do want to give some no. So oh this is I'm so far behind on comments, my apologies. This was based on the applause or the haha, and everyone's like, hell no, see ya, hell no. And look at all the ha-has. All the ha-has. Oh, come on, kids.
Oh my God, look at Robert Berry's great comment. I'm like a fisherman. Once I've got you hooked, I have you to reel you in. You do. You know how he's the expert at it. I never have walked like away from one of his posts. I'm there
No.
till the end, even if I have to go somewhere and I'm late.
Well, here's the funny thing about Robert, and I will say, I know nothing about the world of auditing. I actually don't give two craps about it, but because the way Robert writes and the way that it makes it more universal themes, that yes, he's talking to his audience, but I can take a nugget or two, right? Like
Yeah.
that. I have to. So, Robert, kudos to you, sir. Wait, I applaud
Yes.
you.
Me too. And then Stephen makes a great point about hooks. Like they're usually short and catchy. The more complex you make them, the more they are likely to lose their intent. Absolutely. And same thing with a post. Uh, and that's why everyone plays around with like how you format your post. We have to remember it's not spoken, even though in our heads we hear the voice.
Yeah,
It's not spoken unless you turn it into a video as well.
100%. Oh my gosh, guys, this is like, oh my
This is
gosh,
great.
this is like so many different like comments and support for one another. If you guys don't know each other, please all connect with one another. Although there's a
Yes.
lot of friends in the mix, which is thank you for supporting the kickoff of LinkedIn Lunatic Strike
So
Back.
happy.
I know,
We
that you
love
can do.
it. We're so appreciative. It's a Saturday. We want to have more fun, but we're still on LinkedIn. So we're still going to talk about like our ideas, the lessons learned, and we want to learn from you as well and hear your perspectives because there's a lot of different perspectives when we read these posts. That's the whole point, to really understand the angles.
Yes. So, guys, kindly like and subscribe. It really does help us. I know you hear that all the time, but we just started. We have 9 people on YouTube following us. So, you guys, can we help give a little love to YouTube and just like hit that little subscribe button and that little like after today's episode? We'd really appreciate it because this is, I think we're not getting paid to do this. This is actually just a labor of fun love, right?
Definitely.
I
And
mean, and
it's
I,
not even like labor. It's fun, love, and we want to share it every other Saturday.
and speaking of share, please, 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 if you guys see an article, if you see a post on LinkedIn where you're just kind of like, okay, let's that'd be a perfect LinkedIn lunatics. Yeah, please, 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 like share it, DM us. We might use it. And like I said, it may not always be me and Leslie up here.
Yeah.
Right. So by all
One
means,
of them
so,
may end up here. So
exactly. So this is
is
me
great.
forgetting to do a caption in real time. Hold
That's all
on.
right.
And share
There's
your
we'll
link.
get like, tighten our little system and plans for the next show. But this was fun.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to each one of you that showed up. Anyone who's watching it during the replay, I hope you had fun. Like that's really the point. But leave you with a few thoughts and a few tips that you can implement next time. And because we don't want any of you to end up in LinkedIn lunatics on subreddit. That's our
No.
goal.
That is our goal. Thank you. And if you do end up, that's okay, guys. We're here to defend and or maybe offer opportunities to maybe evolve the post.
Great point.
Okay. Well, everyone, thank you so very much. Leslie, you rock. I love you like a love song, baby. And I couldn't think of anyone else that would be better at this than you. So thank you for joining. And
Thank
thanks
you.
for trusting that we can do this.
I trust you. I was scared, but I trust you now.
Infamous last words by Leslie. All right, guys. See you guys in 2 weeks. We are a bi-weekly show. So not next week, but the week after. See ya.
Bye-bye.